Marina Mabrey deserves a lifetime ban from the WNBA. Mabrey should be ejected, a third fan declared. Refs need to be reprimanded. Luckily, Cece didn't get hurt being shoved like that. The league needs to suspend Mabrey. If not, it could get ugly. Guys, we're not even quite a month into the season.
New footage has just surfaced, and it's causing a firestorm. In a shocking moment, Marina Mabrey appears to take a swing at Aliyah Boston, an act that looks both brutal and dangerous. The clip has fans outraged, with many questioning whether this was a deliberate move or simply a heated moment that spiraled out of control. The incident is drawing even more attention because of its potential connection to the recent flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark, fueling suspicions about a growing pattern of aggressive play. Stay tuned as we break down all the details and what this could mean moving forward.
We got continued fallout around the Marina Mabrey incident that took place against Caitlin Clark. The entire game turned into a clown show because of J.C. Sheldon's actions and Mabrey's actions.
Did you catch that clip, Marina? McBride and Aliyah Boston got tangled up near the basket, and then out of nowhere, Mabrey seems to throw what some are calling an MMA-style elbow swing. It's the kind of move that makes you stop, rewind, and watch again just to confirm what you saw. This wasn't just a routine in-game scuffle. Fans are saying it goes way beyond the line and raises serious questions about intent and player safety.
Oh, we got something new now. All right, we've got Aliyah Boston and Marina Mabrey, okay? And what looks like a situation where they get time.
Emotions were already running high and the stakes couldn't have been greater. But the moment caught on tape has sparked intense debate. Was Mabrey's move a calculated swing or just a split-second reaction in the heat of the moment? Slowing down the footage only adds fuel to the fire. You can clearly see the force behind her motion and just how close it came to landing. But before this incident even unfolded, the game had already taken on a tense, volatile energy that set the stage for what was to come.
And once again, Marina can't seem to control her temper, and she puts on what looks like an MMA elbow swing, a mixed martial arts elbow swing, a UFC, a WWE bionic elbow.
Players from both teams were locked in an intense battle, and it was obvious to everyone in the arena just how physical the game had become. Hustle plays were turning into borderline shoves, and hard-fought rebounds often ended with players staring each other down. So by the time Mabrey found herself matched up with Aliyah Boston, tensions were already at a boiling point. Then you watch the clip, and when Mabrey's arm comes swinging round, it doesn't look accidental at all. What's just as shocking, though, is the reaction or complete lack of one from everyone else on the court.
You're going to see Aliyah right there. There's Marina. Now watch them. They'll get tied up a little, and then she tried to take Boston's head off. Look at this. Look, do you see that swing right there? One more time. Right there.
You'd expect a move like that to stop the game immediately, right? But surprisingly, it didn't. The referees, who were in perfect position to see the entire exchange, didn't make a single call in real time. They were right there, yet no whistle. Now, fans reviewing the footage are outraged, and that missed call has become a major talking point. One fan even suggested Marina Mabrey should be suspended for the rest of the season, while another took it a step further, demanding a lifetime ban from the WNBA. The reaction has been nothing short of explosive.
Wow, it just keeps getting worse. And calls are getting very loud now to ban her ass from the league. At least, at the very minimum, suspend her. Like, truly give...
The outrage is so intense because the referees stood by and did absolutely nothing. even though the incident happened right in front of them. A play that looked blatantly dangerous unfolded, and yet no whistle was blown. It was as if they didn't see it or chose to ignore it. That kind of non-call leaves fans furious, but it also makes you wonder how the players on the court felt in that moment. Did seeing such an obvious foul go unpunished push them to play harder, or did it fuel their frustration and make the game even more emotionally charged?
The more the day goes by, the more things are coming out and being discovered about last night's game, and Marina Mabrey just looked like she was just unhinged out there after looking at.
Watching the footage frame by frame, it's impossible not to focus on the details. Mabrey's arm swings around fast, and it doesn't look like a natural motion tied to fighting for the ball. It feels out of place, almost deliberate. Still, considering the chaos of the play leading up to it, some argue it might have been an unintentional move in the heat of the moment. But then you see Aliyah Boston's reaction, and it adds another layer. She appears completely unfazed, almost like she's intentionally choosing not to react. Meanwhile, the players around her weren't nearly as composed, clearly rattled by what just happened.
This is crazy work. Just look at how unhinged Marina Mabrey is, man. She is a deadly weapon out here, alright? Just crazy how she was behaving.
You can see the nearby players glancing over, almost frozen, uncertain whether to step in or wait for the referees to take control. Either way, it's clear that no official message was delivered on the court. What makes this situation even more complex is how quickly analysts have jumped into the conversation. Some aren't holding back, calling it blatant aggression and insisting that Mabrey should face an immediate suspension. Their commentary is only intensifying the public outcry, pushing the league to address what many see as a serious and dangerous lapse.
Pay attention to right in this space where they finish off, right? Pay attention to this. Woo! Oh my goodness.
Others are taking a more cautious approach, slowing the footage down frame by frame to question whether there's enough evidence to prove intent. And that's where things get complicated. Was Mabrey's swing at Boston a deliberate act, or just an awkward result of a chaotic physical play? That single question has turned this clip into a major flashpoint, sparking widespread debate among fans, analysts, and players alike.
Literally tried to take her head off, man. If Aliyah Boston was to stand up straight, her head was gone, man. Her head was gone. That would have been the nastiest pimp slap I've ever seen in my life, man. She
literally looked like she was trying to take Aliyah Boston's head off. If Boston had been standing fully upright, that swing could have landed clean and it would have been devastating. Honestly, if it had connected, it might have gone down as one of the nastiest hits or pink slaps we've ever seen on a basketball court. The force and angle were that intense, and it's shocking how close it came to being something far worse.
Off of that shove, y'all saw the video before this one. They called it a flagrant 2. She should have been gone off of that shove, because she was just out of control.
But this moment wasn't the end of the drama, it was just the spark that ignited everything that followed. Had the referees addressed it immediately, maybe what came next wouldn't have felt so inevitable. Later in the game, when Mabrey was hit with a flagrant foul against Caitlin Clark, it was hard not to connect the dots and trace it back to the earlier incident with Boston. And maybe, just maybe, this points to something bigger issues with officiating, or even a pattern of escalating aggression from Mabrey herself. Was that swing the beginning of a larger problem? Let's dig deeper and find out.
And what is nuts, and I noticed this the other day too, the referees were right on top of all of that. And for them to come out with the with the verdict that they did.
If the referees were standing so close, why didn't they do anything? That's the question fans have been asking ever since the game started to spiral out of control. Referees aren't just there to call fouls, they're responsible for managing the pace and tone of the game, stepping in to de-escalate tense moments before they explode. But during the incident between Marina Mabrey and Aliyah Boston, they let everything play out without intervening, even as it unfolded right in front of them. Their silence in that critical moment is only...
They could have prevented the Sophie Cunningham, J.C. Sheldon thing by I believe, getting Mabrey to the showers. I just don't know that incident happens. I understand it's a different player, but clearly there was a message that was trying to be sent there.
In the footage, you can clearly see one of the referees staring straight at the incident as it unfolds. Aliyah Boston is holding her ground. Mabrey's arm swings, and yet the ref remains silent. No whistle, no stoppage, nothing. It's shocking that a moment so obvious didn't immediately halt the game. And because it wasn't addressed, it feels like that unchecked aggression carried over into the rest of the night, setting a volatile tone that never got corrected.
Here we go. When the dust settled, the officials gave Mabrey a technical foul for shoving Clark. She wasn't ejected for her antics. As for Sheldon, she got a flagrant 1. Now it's a flagrant 2.
What's truly surprising is how fast things unraveled after that missed call. Just one possession later, Mabrey was involved in another incident, this time with Caitlin Clark. At first, it looked like a routine physical foul, but after officials reviewed the play, they upgraded it to a flagrant 2. That escalation raises an important question: if the referees had stepped in when tensions flared with Aliyah Boston, could the situation with Clark have been avoided altogether? It's a moment that highlights just how critical timely officiating can be in keeping a game under control. Every moment on the court matters, especially when tensions are high. And once the referees failed to act on the initial incident, the game quickly began to unravel. Sadly, this kind of breakdown in officiating isn't new to the WNBA. Time and again, we've witnessed controversial moments where delayed calls or complete no calls have allowed games to spiral out of control. This latest situation is just another entry in a troubling pattern where the official's hesitation or inaction fuels chaos and lets emotions override the flow and fairness of the game. This isn't just about one game, it reflects a broader issue across the league. Fans have been increasingly vocal about the state of officiating, and their frustration is growing louder. One viewer summed it up bluntly: refs need to be reprimanded. Watching how this game unfolds, it's hard to disagree. Missing something as obvious as Mabrey's swing, only to scramble later and reassess a foul on Caitlin Clark, gives the impression that the officials weren't equipped to manage the intensity of the matchup. It's a troubling sign that the league needs to take seriously